Hi, friends, and welcome to another episode of Life with Martha. I'm your host, Martha. Duh. All right. Happy Sunday for some individuals. This is the beginning of a new week, as it is for me. And to others, it is the end of the week. But I like to start my new weeks on Sunday. I think when I tried explaining this to Alvaro once, he was like, what? No, it's the end of the week. And I'm like, okay. But on the calendar, even the calendars are formatted that way, that the week starts on Sundays, right? Yeah. And then Saturdays are it's Sunday through Saturday. But anyways, I had my brother this weekend. It was very nice to visit with him. And him and Alvaro were actually out. So I am by myself. And so here we are recording a podcast episode for my lovely listeners. I first want to start off with kind of telling a story about my phone. Okay. So I have the Google Pixel 6a. My phone is now about 3 years old. And just recently, and I mean recently, like literally last month, Google decided to do an update because I guess some people's batteries were overheating. This is the only phone that I have not had any issues with, and that includes the battery. Normally, on all other cell phones that I've had, the battery starts dying super quickly. It either can't charge to 100%, or it literally, I mean, it just dies, right? Like it's just, and then I mean, I've had phones, literally, I've been on the phone with someone and all of a sudden it just shuts off and never turned back on. I forgot what phone, I think it was called the Essential. I can't remember what phone. I mean, I think it's called that phone, that name, but regardless, that phone was trash and like literally died after having it for 1.5 years. So I just have not had good luck with phones lasting more than 1.5 years, 2 years, if that. So I loved my Google Pixel 6a because I don't know why I have to say Google Pixel. It's just a Pixel. Okay. But like I loved my phone so much up until they did this update, and now my battery just drains. I could be on a 30-minute phone call with my mom and my phone goes down like 20%. Like it's crazy. It's madness. Sometimes even on my way home from being in the office, my phone, literally I walk through the door and like, I know some people are like, well, yeah, this is common. It's not common for me because I don't have any social media platforms to hold my attention to utilize my phone. So I'm constantly scrolling, and yeah, that would make sense as to why my battery is dying, but I don't have any of that. Like I literally just listen to podcasts or music on Spotify and that is it. And if I'm being honest, it's not consistent. Like I have to constantly like stop it. And then sometimes there's days where I don't even listen to anything because I just am like either call after call or helping people or needing to listen to conversations around me. Like, so really I don't even use my phone. So why is it dying? Because before it was like I would get home and it would literally be at probably like 85%. And that's the whole day. That's me checking email. That's me texting people. That's me checking email and texting people. Like a phone call here and there. And granted, yes, it charges for like the 15 minutes that it takes me to get home. Well, it takes me a little bit longer, but still, it's not, it's, you know what I mean? Like even then it would probably be, I literally get to the office at like 7:30 in the morning, 7:15 in the morning, depending on what time I leave here. But oftentimes I'm there by like 7:15, before 7:30. And my phone when I leave is at like 80%. So like now when I leave work, it's like at 34%, and I'm not even, again, I'm barely using my phone. And it's just because other people had been experiencing their batteries overheating, and I'm just like, the one time that my phone isn't causing me any issues, it has to be updated. Sorry, I see something on my microphone thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn it just a little bit. I don't know what that is, but whatever. Anyway, so the one time I literally was telling Alvaro, like Alvaro's phone started crapping out before mine did. And usually it's the opposite. My phone always craps out before his. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe my phone is lasted longer than yours. Like I absolutely love my phone. Nothing's wrong with it. And then all of a sudden they were like, we're going to do a mandatory update. And then after that, my battery just went crap. So with that being said, I did order the Pixel 9a that just came out a couple months ago, and let me just tell you how that experience has been. So I still don't have it. I ordered it a month ago, and originally, and I'm just going to say, I don't care, because this is the worst experience that I've had with Best Buy. And they were having a sale, and they just got done with an even better sale. So the Pixel 9a was like $50 off. And like, I just needed a new phone at this point, because it's not great when you have to carry a power bank, or you just have to know that your phone potentially could die and like you're not going to be able to charge it because your battery is just draining itself like super quickly. So we go through the process of ordering it. So instead of getting like the 128 gigabyte, I wanted the 256 gigabyte, because I utilize my phone a lot more than Alvaro does when it comes to pictures and videos. Like, I'm constantly taking pictures of my dogs. Like, people with kids fill their phone up with photos of their kids. Mine is filled with video and pictures of my dogs. Like, or like whenever we're going anywhere, because I'm on this like vlogging journey and like not like documenting, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm taking video of my life a little bit, and here and there. And whenever we go on adventures, like, I love taking photos. And what I like to do with those photos is, well, I haven't done it yet, actually. I have not done this yet. Well, no, I have. So I make them into like, so I do bullet journaling. And so usually I have like a 12-month spread out of, you know, like each month. And it's like memories of, and it'll be like 2025. And then each month I'll print. I actually have a printer that prints I used to have Polaroids, and I got tired of those because they just didn't come out great. And they're also not sticky on the back, obviously. And so I'd have to like use double sticky tape, whatever. It was just more of a chore. Granted, I could always take them off and like utilize them in other spaces, but Alvaro got me like a Samsung. It's a sticker maker essentially with pictures, and I forget what it's called, but it's pretty dang cool. So I will print out a photo, and it has a sticky back, and I, you know, put it on my bullet journal, and then that's the month. But also I have this idea of like, cause I love textures. I love taking pictures of nature and like getting really close into it. And so I'm like, I'm literally like on the ground, like looking at doing different angles. Like, I'm just doing all these things because I want to get the texture of what I'm looking at, like rocks and the paths that we go on whenever we go hiking, or like the garden that we're in. Like, I take pictures of flowers, and if there's like a little bee on it, like, you know, things like that. And I want to turn them into cards because I love sending snail mail, which, hello, Jess, we haven't sent. Actually, I don't think you have replied to me. So it's time to reply. It's time to reply. Or send me one at this point, because who knows what the fuck we were talking about in our letters, you know. So life update usually is how it goes. But yeah, sometimes I'll even send like stickers that I've printed off my phone to the people that I send cards to. You know, there's just like things that I love to do with them. And like videos I obviously use in my, you know, my YouTube channels whenever I do post anything. So there's that. And so yeah, I wanted the one with bigger storage on it, memory. And so then we went through the process of ordering it, and we were going to have it delivered to the store. That was February 13th. And I was supposed to get it on July. Jesus. Oh my God. July 13th. Let me repeat myself one more time. July 13th is when I ordered my fucking phone to get delivered to bed. I bet you all were like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like, this has been like 8 months now. July 13th, I ordered it. It was supposed to get there July 26th. Didn't have it. And so then I'm like, I'm going to give it kind of like to the middle of the following week. Probably till the end of the month, actually. We'll just call it the end of July. And so finally, Alvaro calls customer service, and he was just like, hey, so like, I'm checking on the status of this phone. Like, we ordered it, and they were like, oh yeah, it doesn't look like it has shipped. And I go, it's really weird because it says that they're going to hold it until August 9th. Well, August 9th literally was that weekend. So I was just like, so what does that mean? And the guy let us know that unfortunately my phone still hadn't shipped, and apparently it was a pre-order item, but it didn't say that. It literally just said like have it shipped, and it would literally was going to get there like in a couple of weeks to the store, and then I would be able to go pick it up. I didn't want it dropped off at my front door because I don't know, if I'm going to be home for that. So I'd rather it be safe, pick it up at the store, be ID'd, bring it home, and then I love on my new phone, right? So that whole thing happened. We went over to Jess and Anthony's. We told them like the story of what was going on. Finally, the 9th came, still no phone. It literally, the status was just delayed. And so I'm like, this is stupid, because what ended up happening is that in that time period, the sale that I purchased my phone while that sale was going on had ended. Then a new sale started at the beginning of August, and it literally was like $100 off. I'm like, what the fuck? If they can't even fulfill the orders that were done in July, how are they going to fulfill these orders? Like, every person's order is going to be canceled that has to order the phone through the website. Like, what? Like, this is like crazy to me. Like, so anyway, so I finally go to just Google's website, and they have the same sale. And so I told Elvira, I was like, it says that it would be here August 20th, but the thing is like, I need to wait to order this phone, because I don't want to order it and then all of a sudden my phone that I ordered through Best Buy shows up, and now I have two, and now we've double paid for two phones. So finally get the email literally like at midnight on the 9th. Like, this is when it came in, and then I obviously saw it the next day on the 10th of August, and it literally said your cancel had been ordered. I was scared of canceling it because I didn't want them to also charge me for the 2-year warranty that I purchased, because you know how in the fine print, if you cancel an order, like, the warranty usually is not refundable. Like, it's literally a one and done. It's non-refundable. So I was like, no, I'm gonna let them cancel it on me, because I don't want to take that risk. So finally it's canceled. Then literally Sunday in the afternoon, I ordered my phone. I already got a shipping notice. I already have a tracking number, and it's expected to come tomorrow. So what happened? So I'm going to have my phone. It just took a month to get my fucking phone. Over a month. Literally over a month. And so I'm just like, well, you know what? I'm just going to have to deal with my phone that I have right now, because you know what I mean? So I don't know. It was just such a fucking headache. And I order so many things through Best Buy. All the cameras that I use, all like my microphones, like all of that. Well, except for this microphone I bought off Amazon, but like all my camera, external little mics, like my DJI mic minis, all through Best Buy. Never have had any issues except for this one time. And I'm just like, what happened? Like, why couldn't they just, I don't know. And they couldn't like tell me what was going on. Like, they easily could have said like, oh, we're having issues with, your phone because it's still overseas potentially, and we're waiting for it to come here. Like, I don't know. It was just, anyways, my phone is on its way, and I get it tomorrow. Hopefully. That's what it says. Expected delivery is the 18th, and that's tomorrow. But it did tell me that it would be here the 20th or the 21st. So either way, I'm happy. Okay. Either way, I'm happy. And again, I have a tracking number, so I can keep an eye on it. But the fact that it has shipped and I have a tracking number, bless. Like, just love it. Love it. Last week was a week. Let me just tell you guys, it was so beyond stressful. Like, by the time it was Tuesday, all of us at work, we were just like, it's been a week, and we were all laughing because it's like, and it's only fucking Tuesday, which means it's the second day of the week, and we've only been 2 days into work, and we already are exhausted. We are ready for Friday to come around the corner. We are ready for the end of the week. We're ready for Saturday and to enjoy our weekend. Like, it was so bad. Thursday was the worst of it all. So I was so stressed out and overwhelmed. It felt so usually on Fridays are like my busiest days. Usually. That is now changing. I feel like it's like every day, but Thursday, it was nonstop. Like, the moment I was like, oh, finally, like, just 10 external emails back to me, and then everyone on my team reaching out to me, and then like, it was just too much. Like, the email capacity was just so high that day with what I deal with, that it was just too much. And it got so bad that like my back got really tight. super tight that like I could barely move my neck because I was holding all of my stress in my upper back. The next day when I woke up on Friday, I literally felt like I had done a workout. Like, oh, hey guys, I worked my shoulders and upper back muscles. Like that's what it felt like. It was so sore, and it literally was just because I was so tense that like the next day when I finally had a moment to like lay down and like relax, it just was like, oh, by the way, you haven't used these muscles this way in so long that like, and everything has been fine. That's the thing, is like, it's been a while since I've been this stressed out, like where my body was that impacted and like that tense. And so I was so sore. It was not fun throughout the day. So I actually had to take some medicine to like kind of help loosen stuff up. Not a muscle relaxer, but just like ibuprofen. Okay. Like something like that. And so, well, it was that, but you know what I mean? Like it just was, it's crazy how stress really impacts your body and like obviously your mental health too. But like the fact that I felt so sore because my back was so tight, like that's very telling of like, we don't realize how we hold our stress, but a majority of the time it is in our upper back, and it was just not pleasant. So that also gave me a reminder that I pay for a monthly massage, and I probably have over a year worth of massages that I have not utilized because I just kept finding that by the time it came to my appointment that I was like, oh, I don't want to go. Like, and for some odd reason, I was like, I don't know why I feel like I don't want to go. Like, it doesn't feel exciting to go do. Like, I just, like, it almost felt like an obligation. Like, I just, like, I got to go. And then I think it's because when I do get a massage, obviously you are there for relaxation and to loosen things up. However, when I am done, like I'm done for the day. And so I think I just got tired of feeling so exhausted after my massage because I was so relaxed, but like my body also was like kind of sore. So I don't know, but I do enjoy massages though. So it's like, why? I have no idea. And I think it's also because there's like one masseuse that I like going to when she's not available. Then I'm like, well, I don't want to settle for this other person. But also I need a backup, and I need a backup because there have been times where she has unfortunately had to cancel on me. And so then I'm like, okay, well, no, I don't know anyone else. So I'm okay. And I'm like, I need to get out of that mindset of like, I like the way she does it, but I don't want any, like I've tried another person, didn't really like it. And so, you know what I mean? Like I need to go to another person. Like, again, I need to have a backup and it be someone that I actually like going to, because the other person that I've gone to, I did not like. It was just like so rushed. Like it was so quick. Like the movements were like this. Just so quick. And I'm like, that is not relaxing, girl, that is not relaxing. Like what and then she uses oil and like the other person uses lotion, so I don't ever leave like looking like a greasy mess because of the oil that was you know what I mean? Like it also depends on what they use. And the one time I went to this one girl, it almost felt like I guess like a sports massage where it's just like quick motions because they're really trying to like work the muscles, but like quick and efficiently. I have no fucking idea. Okay. I'm not a masseuse. I didn't go to school for that or anything like that, but it's not a relaxing motion. Okay. It is just too quick. I felt like it was like washing off a table. Like, you know, you spray it and then you know what I mean? Like you're cleaning off a table with a towel. That's what it felt like. And I was not relaxed the entire time. And then when I was done, I had like oil still all over my body. It was in my hair because they obviously give you like a head massage. And I was just like, no, never again with this person. And I feel bad because she's usually the one that is available. And I'm like, I don't want to go to her. I'm so sorry, but I don't. So I need to find someone else. When my masseuse isn't available, and that girl is always booked. Let me just tell you, because she does an amazing job. I always feel so at peace and relaxed, and she's just so very nice and whatever. But anyways, I need to utilize my massages. And so after this, I have a few other appointments that I need to schedule. So that is definitely going to be the priority on my list. And I have vacation coming up next month. And so maybe I could book like Alvaro and I a couples massage, and then maybe I can do another single one So I'm thinking like maybe a massage at the beginning of my vacation, middle and end of my vacation. Let's treat yourself. But also, girl, you've been paying every month for these massages. You got to start using them. So that's the plan. That's my plan. That's a good plan. I'm going to stick to that. Okay. So I'm saying it right now. And hopefully next weekend I could tell you that I booked them and that we're ready to go. I also want to get a haircut probably during my vacation. We're doing a staycation. There's a lot of stuff in our home that we need to go through and get rid of. Just because you get to the point where like if you don't do it at least once a year, then it starts compiling and you're just like, oh, where did all this clutter come from? Like, yes, it's all organized, and yes, we do have things that we actually truly enjoy having in our home, but some of the stuff, like we got to reorganize, like my gardening stuff. We're going into fall and winter. Like I don't need my gardening stuff in my living room by my fireplace. Like that can go in the garage. So yeah, we just gotta focus on those things and also just self-care. And so I'm going to go get a massage. YouTube lately, I have been watching YouTube, but not like YouTube like content creators. I know that there's a few people that I do really enjoy watching, but I've been watching America's Got Talent, like just auditions, like some of the auditions and also The Voice. I go through phases where I just like seeing these people like go out, like tell their story a little bit, and then they like kill it, and then they get the golden buzzer, or all 4 judges turn, or coaches, and I'm just like tears, crying all the time. Like, I don't know. Listen, guys, I don't know. I think it's because it's someone going after their dream, and like they're putting themselves out there, and they're getting everything that they hope and dreamed for, with like people turning for them and wanting them. And, you know, I don't know. It just makes me very emotional. And so, yeah, I've been watching literally all last week. That's like what I was watching. So it's new, but I just really enjoy seeing all the different talent that people have. And I also find that there are artists or like the tones in the way people sing, it's very unique. And I feel like you find more of the uniqueness when you watch talent shows like this, if that makes sense. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. So like when I watched American Idol, and this was like back in 2000, this is how crazy good my memory is. So a video came up with a girl called, her name, oh God, what was her name? Oh no. I remember her name, and I just remember her last name is Sanchez. And now I can't remember what her first name was or is. It's going to come to me later. But anyway, so I remember this girl on on American Idol. I watched her compete. She literally made it to the end. She got second place. And I was just like, when I saw on YouTube that she had auditioned this year, I was like, holy shit. I was like, is that who I think it is for American Idol? She's now, I think 30 or in her 30s. She's married, and she's like, I'm also pregnant. And I'm like, this is crazy, because I remember her being so good. Listen, y'all, I cried when she started singing again, because I was like, she got better. She got even better. Like, her voice is such a powerhouse. It's like Whitney Houston 2.0. It is insane how good she sings. And what is her fucking name? It's going to drive me insane that I cannot remember her name, but her last name is Sanchez. What is it? I do not remember, you guys. But even when Alvaro, I was like, do you remember her? I was like, do you remember? Because Alvaro and I, we've been together this long, okay? And I remember I was in high school. I think it was like in 2012 when she competed in American Idol. Like, that's how far back I remember. The moment I saw her, I was like, holy shit, that's that girl Sanchez. Like, and I said her name, but for some odd reason right now, I cannot remember her name, and it's driving me mad. But yeah, oh my gosh, she sings so good. And she sang fuck it, I don't even know these people's names, like whoever song she sang, but it's a really popular song. It was on TikTok. Last name is Boons, I think, but it's like Beautiful Things. If you all know, I'm sure you guys know. And it was like a huge TikTok song, because obviously when you're on Pinterest or like YouTube Shorts, all these things, but like, please don't take these beautiful things that I've got, like, please no take no. Okay, anyway, she sang it, and she had a band, and it was so beautiful. Her voice, I couldn't. And so again, I was just crying because it was so good. And yeah, that's what I've been watching lately. That's just what I've been watching. That's what my heart is wanting right now, is a good cry. I don't know what it is, y'all, but I've also been like real emotional with like anything. Like obviously I watch wrestling too, and like there's moments where the crowd is cheering so loud that I'm like fighting back tears. I see the kids and I'm like fighting back tears, and I'm like, why am I so emotional? Like none of this stuff ever gets me. It really doesn't, but for some odd reason lately, I don't know what it is, but it has me in my feels every single time a wrestler comes out and the crowd goes crazy and you hear this loud pop, and like then it like zooms in on like people and like the kids, and I'm like like I'm just choked up. I'm just like, I can't. And Alvaro's like and it gets to the point when I'm like talking about somebody and like I can't even get through the sentence without getting choked up, and I have to like pause and then say like I just it's ridiculous, but I'm like catching myself before I actually start tearing up and crying. But I have to like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with me lately. But it's fine. I don't know. I'm doing fine right now, but I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been watching lately. Yesterday I decided to go to the mall, which is unlike me because I do not like going to the mall whatsoever. There's a point in your life where you're just like, it's filled with kids. Like, I don't want to be around kids. I don't want to go to the mall. But we have a cousin that's getting married in September. Well, it's Alvaro's cousin. Okay, I married into the family. All right. So Alvaro's cousin is getting married. Alvaro's a groomsman in the wedding. So naturally that means that I'm 100,000% required to go. Regardless, it's family. I'm going to go, but I'm just saying, and it's just all jokes. I'm actually really excited for these two individuals to get married. I'm really excited to see family. Like, I'm really excited to see family that I haven't seen in a while. And that's people that mainly live in Chicago and a couple other areas that are flying in. I'm just like, I'm so excited and ready to see these people. But I hate dresses. I absolutely hate dresses. The last time I wore a dress was when I got married in 2017. I don't like them. I never have, even when I was a kid. My mom used to have to like fight me to wear a dress. One time I was in my aunt's wedding. So my aunt had this like thing where she was like, no, I want like teenagers to be my bridesmaid, like junior bridesmaid. So I was in middle school, I think probably 6th or 7th grade. So that would make me like 12, 13. And me and two of my other cousins, we were around the same age. And my aunt was just like, yeah, I can't have anyone prettier than me on my wedding day. So kids are going to be my bridesmaids. And so I had this blue dress. I remember this fucking dress. I hated this dress. Absolutely hated this dress. My back was extremely itchy to the point where I started crying, and I like couldn't unfocus on the fact that it was irritating my back so badly. I had my mom literally after the ceremony drive me home, and I changed. And I kid you not. I showed back up to that wedding in a softball hoodie, jeans, and Converse. To anyone who knows me, that is not shocking. However, I don't wear softball hoodies anymore because I don't play softball, but I do wear a lot. I love crew necks. I love hoodies, but mainly crew necks right now for the past like 5 years because I don't like that hoodies like pull back, and I don't like it like sitting on my neck. So crew necks have been what I prefer, and oversized crew necks. But anyway, so yeah, I went back home and I showed up to the party saying, hey, what's up? And my softball hoodie, jeans, and my Converse. And I don't think people were happy, but I don't care. If you were as miserable as I was in that fucking dress, you would have done the exact same thing. I was so irritated. So yeah, I don't like dresses. I also have a curvy body type. Like my shape is curvy. Like I have like straight sides and then like an hourglass shape. And so what ends up happening is that usually people with more hips can't really wear flowy dresses without looking wider than what they are. Like when you face them, front, they look wider. And also when side profile, you look pregnant. Like every dress that I've ever tried on that is not form-fitting makes me look bigger or makes me look pregnant. And so I'm just like, fucking hell, I can't find a dress. Also, like high-waisted, like the dresses that have like the band that usually sits nicely on someone that kind of doesn't have curves. And it's like, wow, that dress is so cute on you. I wish. And then you put it on and you're like, what? Why is it like pokey, like a pooch right here in the middle? Like, it doesn't fit right. It doesn't sit where it's supposed to. Like, it's just a pain in the ass. And so I have to find a dress. And so I just settled with like 2 for right now. But even then, I'm like, I want to buy 2 more to give myself some options, because I kind of just settled and I don't want to settle. Like, I don't feel like most people or most women, when you dress up when you dress up, you feel sexy, you feel confident, you feel just good about yourself. I feel kind of like, this is okay, this looks cute, like it will get me through the day, but I don't want to feel that way. Like, I want to feel good and confident in a dress. Like, I don't want to feel like, oh my God, like, why do I look so wide? Why do I look pregnant? Why do I look la 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 la? So I don't know. I just need to, I guess, like, once I buy this dress, this is going to be my go-to dress. And so I'm thinking like more solids. I just want a black dress, if I'm being honest. Like, I just want a black or navy blue dress. And I just want to be able to say, this is my go-to dress. Like, a black dress you can't go wrong with, right? You can wear it to whatever occasion. And it feels like this is like a black tie event, but they haven't really given us a dress code. So I don't even know how casual I can go. I don't know how formal I need to be. So really, I'm just kind of like playing it safe and going with a basic dress, right? Like, but anyways, and now I have to shop for shoes. Now I have to figure out how I'm going to wear my hair. I got to figure out how I'm going to do my makeup. Like, it's a whole thing, and it's only like 3 weeks away. So I got to figure this shit out. But yeah, I decided to go to the mall and go dress shopping yesterday, and my brother and Alvaro went with me. They obviously did some like guy time and went to go shop for my brother. We did buy my brother some clothes too, because I want him to like feel like he can find his own sense of style. And so I was like, Jason, you're gonna pretty much do your shopping, but obviously like not crazy expensive things. And so we got him 2 pairs of jeans and 5 shirts, and he also got a John Cena shirt. So at Hot Topic has wrestling shirts, so if you ever need a wrestling shirt, they're a lot cheaper than the WWE website, and they're still, WWE licensed t-shirts, but they're a little bit cheaper because they're not normally what they sell online. So I got a really dope ass Rhea Ripley shirt, and I cannot wait to wear it for Jess to see it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I love it so much. It was the last one in my size. And then yeah, they had like the bright like farewell tour John Cena and like the never give up on the back. But my brother, we got him that because it was also the last one his size. So I'm like, whatever. And they were on sale. Like, everything we bought literally was on sale yesterday. And it's also back to school shopping. There's a lot of parents with their kids there. It was a lot. It was a lot. And we literally did, like, we shopped, got what we needed. And then we decided to like actually enter the mall and walk from like one side to the other. And by the time we were walking back, I literally told both of them, I go, the last time I walked this much was when I was in Orlando in February. Whatever, like the beginning of the year. And I go, I have not walked this much in so long. Like, I hit my 10,000 steps while I was just in one store. That was it. And then once we continued walking, by the time I left the mall, I was like at 12,000 steps. Madness. But that's how much walking I was doing. And it was lovely. It was great. And I really enjoyed my time. I loved getting out of the house. It was something that my brother and I both needed. Alvaro has to leave to go to work. I work a hybrid schedule, so I mainly work at home and then 2 days in the office. So I don't go out a whole lot. Sundays, I don't really like to do anything a whole lot because those are my days to like get my laundry done. It's the time to clean my home. It's the time to do so I'm doing more creative things on Sundays, and then Saturdays are really the days that if I was to go out, like, that would be it. So yeah, we spent the whole day out, and it was nice. But yeah, dress shopping. Oh, and now listen. Now I gotta get like shapewear for underneath my dress. This is the thing that men do not understand. When women have to go dress shopping, not only do we want to feel good, sexy, and confident in it, but we also need to feel like things aren't jiggling around underneath. Okay, if you are not like, if you don't have abs, and yes, you have cellulite, you got a little jiggle here and there, you know, sometimes you got to use tape to hold the boobs up. Like sometimes you got to buy special bras to like hold them in place, and then you got to like, you know what I mean? Like you got to tape everything up, and so it's not moving around and it's not jiggling everywhere. And body shapers, like I have to now get something to like hold me underneath, so that way I don't have like all these separate pieces. I hate dresses so much. I hate dresses so much. And I wish I didn't hate dresses a whole lot, because they do look very comfortable. Like when people wear these beautiful sundresses, I'm like, yeah, I want to do that too. And then I put one on, I go, God, this is not, no, this doesn't look good on me. My idea, I mean, look at my shirt. It's a Dragon Ball Z shirt. Literally, Alvaro goes, here's another shirt that you can wear around the house. And I'm like, thank you. Also, I don't like this color. Like this is like a weird cream white color. I don't like it. Everything that I wear is dark. Like in my previous episodes, you saw me in like a navy and a maroon. Usually I wear gray, black, a lot of black. I wear a lot of black with a pop color on it, but like a lot of black. And white. I don't like white. Okay. I don't trust myself with it, but this obviously has like, it's a graphic tee. Okay. And I live in a lot of graphic tees. I'm trying to get away from that. I'm on a journey to revamp my style. I want different clothes. I want to dress the way I used to when I worked at Old Navy, because there I would actually put outfits together and I felt really cute. Not that I don't feel cute in what I wear. It's just like I want to be able to elevate it, you know, not just be like jeans, graphic tee, Converse. Okay. But that's where I've always been comfortable. It's just like, and I mean, I didn't always wear graphic tees, okay? And the graphic tees I do wear all wrestling t-shirts, okay? Just wrestling t-shirts, okay? That's all I wear. But yeah, I don't know. I'm 33 years old, and I do want to, not that I don't look my age, okay? Like when I do get ready, it's not that I don't look my age, it's just that I want to like just try a different clothes. I don't know what I was trying to, I like paused. I was like, what am I trying to say? I just want to try different styles, different things to see what I like and what I don't like, because it's been a minute since I have. Probably a little bit before the pandemic, but definitely while we were in the pandemic, like Martha's sense of style just went straight to comfort. And that's where I've been living for the past 5 years. And I'm ready to get out of that bubble. Like I'm ready to get out of that. And so, yeah, I'm just on this journey, but I still don't like dresses. Like, you know, I'm 5'3", so I can't wear those beautiful long dresses because they're too long. So I have to buy them in petite. And usually petite is sold online only because everyone else is, you know, 5'5" and a little bit taller. So I guess if you're too short or you're too tall, like you're SOL and you have to order online. I don't know. Anyways, I'm still trying to find a dress, and I have 3 weeks to do it. So hopefully I can find one. And it's not that I'm not comfortable in these ones. It's just that I feel like I've settled, and I don't like feeling like I settled. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But listen, dress shopping it was rough. Also, just trying on clothes, you get all sweaty and hot, and I'm like, why is the act of like trying on clothes like such a pain in the ass? My hair was starting to get frizzy from like taking the dresses off over my head, and because they weren't ones that you could step into from like the bottom and then pull up. Like I had to like go to the bottom and like shimmy it on down and then pull it over my head, and then, you know, just God, I hate I've never really been into shopping. So in all fairness, like this has just never been my realm. It has never been something that I like, oh, let's go shopping. No, it's just very much like I scan the store. Don't like anything, let's leave. You know, like I don't go looking through the racks. I'm not like holding stuff up. You know, I'm not doing any of that. Like, oh, what's this? And then, oh, look, I'm just like, don't like that color. Don't like that color. Don't like that cut. Okay. Nope. There's nothing here. I'm ready to go. Like, that's literally how I shop. Well, meanwhile, Alvaro likes to like look at every little thing, likes to go to every little corner, every little section of the store. I'm like, can we please leave? I don't want to do this anymore. But of course, you know, I stick around. I hang out because he hangs out with me whenever we go to the store. So, you know, it's only fair that I put up with it and I go, because then I enjoy myself later. But like, yeah, I'm not the let's go shopping type of girly. Like I'd rather go on a hike or something first, or let's go sit on the beach or something, you know, like I'd rather do that. But anyways, yeah, gotta continue dress shopping. In case y'all haven't noticed, my nails are painted this time. So I actually did my nails. They are like a pink, glittery pink, kind of like the end of summer vibes. I don't know. I just wanted something a little bit brighter than what my other options were. But I did a dip powder. And yeah, they came. It's funny because I'm right-handed, dominant right-handed. And my left hand came out like the nails. I'm like, what happened here? Like, you didn't go all the way up. Like, you know, like, yes, to someone who doesn't do their own nails, or like, someone who just pays to get their nails done would probably look at them and be like, wow, you did those? Like, those look amazing. Someone who went to school and is a licensed nail tech looks at these and go, wow, you really didn't get as close as you should have to the cuticle line. You know, like, wow, they look like they're probably a week old. Now these are a day old. This one, on the other hand, looks like day old, but you know, why does this one look better? And that was filed and done with my left hand. This left hand was filed and prepped by my right hand, but yet my dominant hand looks better. I don't know, but I guess if I have to look at this one more, no, I want it to look pretty. I don't know what the fuck happened, but it has been over a year since I've done my nails. And so I felt like I just want this to be over. Like, am I almost done? Like, oh my God, but these are cute. Like, I really like them, but like, da 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 da. So I don't know. I used to do my nails all the time, like every 3 to 4 weeks, because the way I would prep my nails, but also like, I guess my nails do grow long pretty quickly. So I guess the grow out on when it's like time to get it done does start getting annoying, but it's just like, you got to soak the product off. Don't ever rip product off of your nails. Like, please do not do that, even though people are like, it's so satisfying. Don't do it. It ruins your nail beds. Just soak that shit off, and then your nails will stay healthy. But like, picking at it and ripping that shit off, there's potential of the tears in your nail beds. It's just, you're damaging your nails. So please just soak them off. So I would have to file all this product off, soak them off, then prep them again for a new, you know, dip powder or gel polish. But I really like dip powder because it doesn't, like, when you hit your nails on anything, it doesn't bend them. They're a little bit more structured, but also just sturdier. So yeah, I just have to get more colors because now we're entering fall and winter season. My darker colors are very much like, they're more present. I have more darker colors than brighter colors, I should say. So I have some glittery ones that my sister gave me. I have not tried any of those, but this one is like one that I actually bought in a kit. And it's this really pretty, like, pink glittery, like, the glitter is very subtle. It's not like in your face, where the ones that my sister got are very much in your face. I just haven't actually tried it. I'm just going off of like what the container looks like. But anyways, yeah, I did my nails and I'm excited to continue doing them because there's just something about nails. And anyone who gets their nails done, whether you're male or female, like, it makes you feel a type of way. You know, like, everyone just loves to have their nails done. Like, I remember when my grandma would get her nails done, she'd just start like just pointing at it. You know, when you get your nails done, you're just like, oh, that thing and that thing and that thing. And, oh, did you look at that thing over there? You like find any excuse to like point with your nails. Like, it's ridiculous, but it just makes you feel so like it makes you feel a type of way. Okay, period. And so I don't know, I love my nails. And again, I used to do them all the time and people would always compliment my nails, and then I just stopped because I didn't have the energy. When you work a high stressful job, you do not want to do shit after, and you definitely don't want to do anything that's like self-care, makes you feel good, and which is crazy because you would think that is what's going to get you out of it. But yeah, anyways, so I did my nails and I love them. I made my brother watch K-Pop Demon Hunters. I did make him watch that also. He was acting like he didn't like it, but I'm like, I think you do like this. And he's like, no, but yet when he went to go make popcorn, he's like, pause it. And I'm like, I thought you didn't like the movie. He's like, what? And I'm like, I thought you didn't like the movie. He's like, I don't. And I'm like, then why did you want me to pause it? He's like, well, because you're watching it. And I'm like, I've already seen this 2 times. This is my 3rd time seeing it. And I was like, and I listen to the soundtrack, so I know the songs. I was like, but you haven't seen it. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, so why pause it if you don't like it? So him and I just started going back and forth on this, but I was trying to prove a point. It's okay to like, you like everything. It's fine. I may not like your super graphic murder superhero action packed movies, but I remove myself from the situation and what everyone else is doing. Okay. But you literally are sitting here watching it and you're like really paying attention to what's going on. And you're like, take down. And then there was one point when I was like, when Free came on and I started doing Ginu's song part, and then Alvaro was like, break it down, Martha, because I'm just like I'm just singing it, okay, like I'm in my own little world now, I'm just singing it, and my brother's just like, oh my god. But yeah, it was pretty funny. Also, we made him watch Space Jam. Listen, I grew up watching Space Jam. I was born in 1992, okay. I'm now at the point where like people are telling me they were born in 2000, and I now understand what people feel when I say I was born in 1992. Okay. It's not fun. You're just like, what? That is so weird. And my brother was born in 2006. So to me, that's normal. But when I have people who are like 25, 26, 27, and they're like, I was born in 2000. I'm like, stop. Actually, it's 25, 25. Yeah, 25 and younger. I was born in 2000. Ew, go away with that. But now I understand, now I understand my older friends. Like, they were just like, you're young. And I'm like, I was born in 92. All these other kids are born in 2000, 2001. Madness. Anyways, so yeah, I had him watch Space Jam, and of course he was like, oh, the one with LeBron. I said, no, haven't seen that trash, never will see that trash, because Space Jam with Michael Jordan is the only one that people should be watching. Okay, let me make it very clear. Space Jam, the OG one with Michael Jordan, is the only one you should be watching. Let's not watch the remake with LeBron James. Okay, let's just like not. I haven't even seen it, but people said it was bad. It wasn't great, but LeBron is the kids of this generation. Like, that's their Michael Jordan, and I get it, but like, please just watch the original. So we had him watch it, and it was amazing. It was great. And this takes me to my next point. This is the exact reason why we buy DVDs. We have literally 4 of like these organizer like square things that fit in our entertainment center, filled to the brim, like 2 layers in each one. And sometimes the DVDs are like laying, obviously in their cases, but like flat. But other than that, it's like DVD all the way across, 2 rows. Okay, 2 rows. Easily, there's probably close to like 50, between 50 and 70 DVDs in each one of those things. We love DVDs. We love buying physical copies of shows and movies, and here's why. I said, Alvaro, I really want to watch Space Jam. He goes, okay, let me see if it's on anywhere. Nope, of course not. Of course you have to pay for it. Of course you have to rent it. Of course you have to, whatever, buy a digital copy. Not us. And literally he went to our little organizer, and he goes through the point of like putting them in alphabetical order. He hasn't done it in a while, so that's something that he's going to probably do in September. And so he goes to S, and he goes, look what we have. And I was like, this is why we love each other. I literally said that. I was like, this is why we love each other, because we both love DVDs. And look, we're able to watch Space Jam. We don't have to pay $4.99 to rent it. We don't have to pay whatever it is for the digital copy, which could also disappear. We just have the physical copy, and it was the best thing. It took me back. I loved Bugs Bunny growing up, and so watching the Looney Tunes with Michael Jordan and just all of that, it was just like, it was so great. And so now I told Alvaro, I was like, maybe we should watch like movies with Jason from our childhood. And he's just like, oh, like, what'd he say? He said like Cars and one other movie. I go, that you were little when those movies came out. We were already in high school when those movies came out. I'm talking about before you were born, kiddo, and like when the movies were good. Okay, like let's take them back down memory lane for us of like nostalgic movies. But we started off with Space Jam, and so now I have to look at what other movies. I used to watch Air Bud all the time. Air Bud, the dog that played basketball. I loved Air Bud. Oh my goodness, I loved it. I used to watch it all the time, and it would always make me really sad when like his owner or the clown would like hit him with the newspaper, and I'm like, please save the dog, please save the dog, please save the dog. And then he played basketball. Oh my gosh, such great movies. Anyways, I think I'm done talking. How long has it been? It's been 50 minutes. My episodes are getting longer and longer and longer, but it's fine. It's fine. But I'm going to end it this way. And please just remember, just sometimes take it old school and buy the physical copies, buy DVDs. People make fun of us all the time that we have all these DVDs. And guess what? They've come to our rescue more than 10 times. They come to our rescue all the time. Actually, every single time a movie needs to be rented, we probably already, oh my gosh, hold on real quick. We were talking about how we would go to, okay, so you had Blockbuster and you had Hollywood music videos. You had Hollywood Videos. Hollywood Videos was right next to our Fred Meyer's in the neighborhood that Alvaro and I grew up in. And him and we were going down like memory lane of when we would go into Hollywood Videos. And like Hollywood Videos was the kind of like the least cool one that you would go to, because Blockbuster was more expensive, and like people who went to Blockbuster like to us had money, right? But I remember, I was like, do you remember like walking into Hollywood Videos and like all of a sudden like you'd walk in and it would be like the metal detectors for people who were trying to like take movies out, but you would like walk in and there was like the register, there was like the return movie slot like right outside the door. Like literally, I'm like remembering this. I go, do you remember? And I go, I literally remember the Batman with Jim Carrey, and I don't know the Batman movie, okay, but like, or like what movie it is. I just know that it has Jim Carrey, and I just remember it was like kind of like a poster, but like the in between slot things, which was each of the characters. So kind of like a long flag, if you will, but it was like plastic, and it was in between like each movie section, and it was like one of the characters from the Batman movie. Oh my god. And then I just remember walking down the aisles and like grabbing the empty cases and then taking them up to the front, and then them scanning and then giving you the actual physical copy of the movie. Like, you guys, kids today have no idea what it's like to actually rent a fucking movie, and I miss those days. And then like at the register or when you're checking out, that's where you could buy like popcorn, and you would like bug your parents for like the experience is like a movie theater, right? Like you're gonna take everything home to have a movie theater experience, and you get to now rent this movie that you don't have to buy. And I'm just like, oh my god. So like I'm like, mom, can I have popcorn? Mom, can I have candies? You know, like as a kid you're just like, you want all this stuff. I remember renting like Free Willy from there. I remember like, oh my gosh, I remember all these. It was so much fun. But anyways, okay, now I'm done talking. Okay, well, if you've made it this far, thank you all so much for listening. And if you have a place where you can rent movies, go rent a fucking movie. Like physically go get a physical copy of a movie, please. The good old days. Oh my gosh, I kind of miss those days, because then you would have to return it after having it for a week. It was the best. But anyways, all right. Thanks for listening. Bye, guys.